So what's good, YouTube? Another day to yap about stuff. So there's this thought that has been lingering in my head for the past 2 seconds actually. So you don't have to spin 1,000 plates to understand women because I think understanding women is a universal thing. It's just like gravity. Like gravity, you always feel gravitational pull. When you throw something up, it will always come down. Whatever part of the world you are in, you always feel that gravitational pull. So it's almost the same thing with women. Like women are just universal. Like when it comes to understanding them, it's a universal thing. You probably think that what you're experiencing is just it's something that's personal to you, like it's not happening anywhere in the world. Funny enough, women are wired the same way. They have the same software. Every woman has the same software. It's just that they have different hardwares. The physique, the shape, all those back and the front side, they will always look totally different. But the software, the core, the emotions, you know, are the same. The way women think, they are the same universally. So, understanding them is one of those things that has been a thing for men, most men, because most men have struggled. Even me myself, I do struggle at times, but it's not as terrible as when I started. So I was listening to someone, and the person made a point about most women, like you might have a fleet of women, and probably a couple of them would not like to turn on the lights when you are going down on them or something like that. And it struck me that, oh, there was one person I actually had an encounter with, and she really didn't want us for no good reason, like want us to turn on the lights when things were going on. And I kept asking myself, is that what's going on? Not knowing, and now I'm trying to realize that probably she doesn't feel good. It has she's not comfortable with the way she looks. So because the person I was listening to made that such statement. Perhaps there are girls that are insecure about their bodies as well. So it struck me, and I was like, oh, this is the person I was listening to is actually at a different end of the globe, and I'm here, and I've experienced something like that. So it now dawned on me that I'm probably this person, elderly person, or person I was listening to, has probably spinned a lot of plates more than me, because I'm on the conservative side. I'm not the guy who goes and man is always trying to hit different number targets. I'm not that guy that is ferocious and wants to. Man, I just want to be like there's this term they say, go to the world and increase and multiply. I'm not that type of guy. I'm just the chill guy, conservative. I just hit once in a while when I want to, not everything I see. I'm hitting it. So but I know this man is actually someone that has spin a lot of plates more than I do. And for him to point out that, I was like, so it has actually happened to me. And it dawned on me, I've not actually spinned as much plates as I would like to. Although, but I feel the ones I have spinned is quite it's quite something that some folks would brag about. You get, and I've learned a lot just with those that few number I've been with over time. I've learned so many things. I've seen a lot of patterns. Like if I be in a conversation right now with people who are way ahead of me when it comes to that, we experiences with women. There's no how I won't relate with 99% of everything they will say. Although it might sound like that's crazy, but that's reality. Because you don't have to spin because there's this stuff you hear people spin, like you have to spin up to 1,000 plates for you to be able to master women. Like that's a That's a very I think it should be that's a very outlandish statement actually. That's a very outlandish statement in my own when it comes in my own paradigm, the way I see things. That's an outlandish statement. So, but I don't think you have to. It's not a necessity. You have to spin such amount of plates for you to understand women. No, no. Just at least in your lifetime, 10 is okay. If you can get to 10, it's okay. Because even sometimes, let me say, yeah, 10 is okay. Sometimes, let me put it this way, even 5. But 5 is not what will cut through the noise. 5 will not give you everything. But 10 will cut through the noise and will make you learn. You will see patterns. You know, some people tell you, because 10 is even difficult for an average man. That's what I realized. 10 to spin 10 plates, it's difficult for an average man. So most of these things I'm saying, some people will find it hard to understand. But you must get to a reasonable amount to cut through the noise and see patterns and understand the way women move. Because there's no how out of 10 different women with different ideologies that grew up in different geopolitical zones. There's no how. There's no how that you won't understand the way women move. There's no how. You will definitely understand the language of women. That's one of the things, like most people who are struggling with women and even understanding them, that's what they go through. But when you have spent at least 10 plates, at least you see some patterns that exist, that is universal to every single man who is very good with women. We see certain patterns, a lot of them. And for me, I will tell you from my own personal experience, it's something that I see, consistently. Unless you decide to shut it down, but it's there. So if you are less than 5, if you have less than 5, if you spin less than 5 plates, you have to up it. It's not like encouraging that it should be so, but it's just the world we live in. If you really want to have a successful relationship in the future, and most times I think less is more. That's the way I see it. Less is more, but not to the point where it does not cut through the noise. You need signal. You need signal to identify those patterns. So those patterns is what will make you know that when you meet another girl and she flakes on you and you are, I've seen this before, I know what it means. You won't be moved by her flakiness. So that's one of the things I would always encourage people, young men in general, to always try as much as possible. At least 10. I believe simplicity is everything. I'm always a minimalistic person. I don't want to go head over heels and be doing King Solomon type of parade. 1,000, 700 wives and 300 concubines. That's not me, you understand? But I have the tendencies to do that, but that's not me, you get? So maybe a couple years from now, I could change my mind, yes. If the resources are there, fine. But that's not me, like me right now. And that's not me. That's the way I see myself. That's not me. But it's necessary for you to have at least, you spend at least 10 plates. It will show you a lot. It will make you wise when it comes to dealing with women. So, I would always say less is more. You don't have to go head over heels doing 1,000, spinning 1,000 plates. Because someone who has 10 who has spent 10 plates will still get a lot more knowledge. If you observe, if you are an observant person, if you observe and you take notes of things that happens, every flakiness, every disappointment, every question she asks you, you pay attention to every detail. Because what happens is, why most guys go over head over heels is because most times is because they don't pay attention to certain um things. So they need that level, that number to they need that number, so those patterns will be ingrained into their brain. But if you're someone who is very observant of certain things, immediately you are saying this, it's already sticking in your head. Like, you are observing and learning as fast as possible to catch up with the person who has 1,000 who has pinned 1,000 plates. So those are the things you have to understand. Those are the mechanisms you have to incorporate for you to be like the person who has pinned 1,000 plates. Because 1,000 plates is a hell of plates. So, and bro, you are just exposing yourself to a lot of STDs. I won't lie to you. That's one of the things that most people won't tell you. For me personally, that's one of the things that that makes me, most times I feel like not putting more effort into just even approaching a lady self. Because most times it's like, God, because if you've not had an STD before, it's crazy. If you've not had an STD before, you're lucky. But if you had one before or a couple before, you know that it's a terrible feeling. It's something most men don't like to talk about, but it's out there. So 1,000 plates, it's crazy. So this discussion about STDs is for another day, so let's leave that. But for 1,000 plates are for people who have not taken their time to observe and learn what these patterns are. You get, but 1,000 is enough for them, for those patterns to be ingrained in their memory. But for you have to act smart, be a smart person. That's why less is more. You have to do less. If you are doing less, you have to be smart about it. Every flakiness, every sigh means something. You have to take notes and add that to your arsenal.